So recently, I found this news item. The headline is "Racist landlords will soon be subjected to a new anti-discrimination law," and is concerning the proposal of the new Residential Tenancy Act. Does it mean Malaysian landlords are actually racist? What do you think? Okay, so it actually baffles me that, how good a tenant is based on the color of their skin. Well, the fact that if you just look purely at the color of their skin means it's already a form of discrimination. I do, however, think that owners have the right to choose who they want to rent out to. Maybe because of a bad past experience or a friend say this and that, then everyone is doing it, so it's okay, I put it too. Let's say, for example, I want to rent out to a Chinese. I will say, okay, I want to rent out Chinese only. That's my intention. I just want to look for a good tenant. But the problem is when you put things like that online, you are of course subject to a lot of trolling, ridicule, and of course online criticism from keyboard warriors, because it's always easier to criticize something. It doesn't mean that the owner is racist, but it's just that the way it's put up and the way people are sharing and commenting makes it seem racist. And I actually think this issue needs to be addressed, and there are much better ways around this. So here are some of my suggestions. So there's a lot that you and me can do. Even though we are not regulators, I do welcome regulation. I think it's a good idea to address this tenancy issue. And not just that, but business in general. As consumers, I think the most important thing we can always do is to vote with our wallets. Our hard-earned money should go towards brands and companies that not only put out good products and services, but they care about what's going on, and if they can play a better part or be a role model to their consumers, then I think we should vote for those brands. And we should also call out business people, brands that are openly discriminating. They should not be allowed or have access to your money to continue their operations. Very, very simple. The second thing is in regards to, I guess, technology can always solve these kind of problems. You can't be allowed to advertise no Indians or no Chinese male, female only, no Africans, no Negroes. That sends out a message that us Malaysians are openly racist, that it's okay to do that. I do think that there's a lot the platforms like this can actually do. There's algorithms that you can put in place to better match landlords and tenants. The reason why these things are coming up in the first place is because I really don't know who is at the end of the portal who might see my listing. So it's better to just say upfront, okay, no Malay or no Chinese or whatever. But I think if those candidates that come into the platform are already screened through, there's some review about them or some feedback about them, then I think you don't have to be so anxious. So technology, and I think the screening process has to improve, and we shouldn't openly discriminate with our descriptions. In fact, certain terms, like I think that recently came up is Selamat Tahun Baru Cina Babi. If you type that in Facebook, they will automatically lock you out and give you a warning notice saying that you are openly discriminating. Such things like that can do, so technology can play its part. The third thing is in regards to, I guess, okay, I've experienced this myself, okay? Have you ever experienced, right, where you have an older relative? Let's say got one time I was in front of an Indian, right? That was with this older relative. Then they just whispered to me, hey, Indians are blah blah blah. But they whisper in another language. Little do they know that my Indian friend actually understands Hokkien. So how? So never openly mention or put out a racial remark right in front of them in another language, assuming that they don't know. Don't just assume that because of their skin color they can't speak your language. So recently I had this embarrassing encounter where I visited a foreign country, and the officer looked at me and spoke fluent Mandarin. I suddenly panicked. I'm like, oh, I don't really know Mandarin. Then she just smiled. She's full blonde, okay? So I was like, oh, okay. The Mandarin is better than mine. Feel like such a banana. But anyway, I hope that this video sends out a message, and we need more love going around, and I hope you can be an example to your friends and family after watching this video. Until then, I will see you in another episode. Thanks for watching, guys.